Welcome home. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Epoxy. So I think it's about time to go over all of the factions for Fallout 4. I think it's best if we go over all the confirmed factions before jumping to the non-confirmed factions that may get a bit of spotlight in Fallout 4 as well. So something I believe Bethesda has done a really good job of is not showing us most of the factions in Fallout 4. I really like this because then we don't know everything that the game has to offer. Even the factions that have been shown don't come with much detail of their presence either. One faction all new to Fallout is the Commonwealth Minutemen. Soon after escaping the vault in Fallout 4, you, the sole survivor, will come across the Museum of Freedom located in Concord, under attack by raiders, which was the location shown in the gameplay. As you can see on screen now, you can see that you're battling the raiders. You must fight your way upstairs where you are introduced to Preston Garvey, leader of the Commonwealth Minutemen, who is apparently leading a group against the raiders. Their exact purpose isn't actually confirmed as of yet, but according to the QuakeCon presentation, Preston Garvey can indeed become a companion later on. It's also unconfirmed whether or not there is even much left of the Commonwealth Minutemen.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey. As you can see, we're in a bit of a mess here. A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5.
I'll help if I can.
A faction we all know and love is indeed returning, the Brotherhood of Steel. The Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4 will play a massive role, whether you side with them or against them. They are featured in many clips within the shown gameplay and show their true power within Boston, with vertibirds, with massive weapons, with their beautiful T-51B armor, their T-60 armor, and T-45D armor, and also with massive ships that fly above with massive spotlights, and with vertibirds basically flying all around it. So yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 4 are gonna be a massive faction, and I think we're gonna see them quite a bit in this game, possibly even more than we saw them in Fallout 3, which will be really interesting. A faction we knew existed but haven't seen at a large scale until now is the Institute. We got a very small glimpse of this information in Fallout 3 with the quest in Rivet City, the Replicated Man. To put it simple, the Institute is a mysterious organization within the Commonwealth. It is known to possess advanced technologies, including the ability to even produce androids to be high enough quality to pass as humans, as seen with Harkness in Fallout 3. Now, two less organized factions are making an appearance in Fallout 4, which are the Raiders and the Super Mutants, both being basically savages, killing anything and anyone who crosses them due to their mindless or psychotic thoughts. And that pretty much wraps it up for the confirmed factions. So what about likely factions to show up in Boston? Well, there's the Enclave, which is a secretive political, scientific, and militaristic organization that is descended directly from members of the pre-war United States government and claims to be the legally sanctioned continuation of the government. The tease of the fact that the Enclave could be returning in Fallout 4 is that their armor is shown within the gameplay shown at E3, but it isn't enough evidence to confirm that they're there because we do not actually see them live and well. All we see is their rusted up armor. The Midwestern Brotherhood, a term that's actually not even used in the in-game gameplay, but is used to differentiate between the groups. As of 2277, the fate of the Splinter faction is unclear. They have come into contact with the original West Coast Brotherhood, but it refused to accept the authority of the Lost Hills Elders. Thus, they are considered to be rogue by the rest of the Brotherhood, making them a good but smaller faction to take part in Fallout 4. We also got a mention in Fallout 3 by Scribe Reginald Rothschild that there is a small rogue detachment in Chicago, referring to what is presumed as the Midwestern Brotherhood, as they are the only brotherhood that is sanctioned there. Chicago being somewhat close to the Fallout 4's location of Boston means we may hear or see some presence of them, or there could even be a whole DLC dedicated to Chicago due to the level of destruction there. But we'll have to wait and see, of course, along with all these other factions. The Railroad, a faction dedicated to sheltering and assisting escaped androids from the Institute, will most likely share a small presence in Fallout 4 due to the location and the Institute being a large role in Fallout 4. This faction could also add some great gameplay and quest lines for Fallout 4, such as helping androids actually escape the Institute. The Talon Company. The Talon Company is the largest of the mercenary groups in the Wasteland, and they can be found almost anywhere. The Talon Company is also hired to keep the Wasteland lawless and to take down any do-gooders, hence why they would actually hunt you down if you had good karma in Fallout 3. However, that is actually all the information I could gather that could link specific factions to Fallout 4's Boston Wasteland. If you have any more factions to add to this with information to back it up, please feel free to leave it down in the comments section below. But that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please smack that like button down below and subscribe to join the good fight. It would be super greatly appreciated. But until next time, this is Epoxy, signing off. Alright, so I wanted to mention the fact that we will be seeing a ton more factions than what is seen in this video. Bethesda has done a really good job in not sharing all the factions in Fallout 4, and we already know this because of the concept art. If there's anything to the amount of factions as shown in the, what I presume to be factions at least, in the concept art, there's going to be a ton of factions, at least a lot of smaller factions in Fallout 4, and I think that you guys are going to really enjoy it. There's also, of course, the aliens, if you want to consider that as the faction, and there's also the pirates, at least the ghoul-ish pirates. And there's also a ton of others that look like they could be whole factions on their own as well. So I think that this game's going to be really interesting. I think there's going to be a ton of factions in this game that we have to deal with, and whether they're evil or whether they're good, depending on our reputation with them, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully there are a lot of factions in this game, and hopefully this game has a lot to offer. But anyways, guys, like I said, this is the end of the video.